There's no VIP section, there is no concierge, only conmen, killers, and kingpins.
Sean Combs is dangerous and poses an ongoing threat to the safety of the community, adding that he's a flight risk.
Due to his celebrity status and the allegations, this could bring unwanted attention from other inmates and be a threat to Diddy.
Diddy breaking news has just emerged as the FBI has confirmed that Shay Combs, better known as Diddy, has escaped from prison just minutes ago. This shocking development raises questions about how he managed to evade authorities and what implications this will have for his ongoing legal troubles. Will Diddy be apprehended soon? What does this mean for the victims who have come forward against him? The Metropolitan Detention Center, commonly referred to as MDC Brooklyn, is the only federal jail located in New York City. Since its opening in the early 1990s, the facility has faced numerous issues that have raised concerns about the treatment of inmates. In recent years, the conditions within the jail have been so severe that some judges have chosen not to send individuals there, reflecting the facility's deteriorating environment. MDC Brooklyn has also been home to several high-profile inmates, including celebrities like R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell, as well as cryptocurrency frauder Sam Bankman-Fried.
Before him, there were R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried.
One of the key problems at MDC Brooklyn is staffing shortages. The Bureau of Prisons has acknowledged the difficulties in maintaining adequate staff levels, which has had a direct impact on the quality of care and security within the facility. In a statement, the Bureau indicated that they are actively working to address these staffing challenges. Their plans include adding permanent correctional and medical staff to ensure that the inmates receive the necessary support and care. Moreover, they are tackling the issue of over 700 backlogged maintenance requests, which could help improve the physical conditions of the jail. The agency is also making efforts to respond to the concerns raised by judges regarding the treatment and conditions at the facility. Despite these efforts, the facility has remained controversial. A recent case involving Shay Combs highlighted the ongoing issues at MDC Brooklyn. Combs' legal team requested that he be allowed to wait for his trial under house arrest at his luxurious $48 million mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. However, a judge denied this request, reflecting the serious nature of the charges against him and the perceived risks of releasing him from custody.
So we made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues.
MDC Brooklyn serves primarily as a detention center for individuals who have been arrested and are awaiting trial in federal courts located in Manhattan or Brooklyn. The jail also houses inmates who are serving short sentences following the convictions. The facility can accommodate approximately 1,200 detainees, although this number has decreased from 1,600 more than earlier in the year. This reduction may be a response to the ongoing issues related to inmate welfare and management located in an industrial area on the Brooklyn waterfront. MDC Brooklyn is equipped with outdoor recreation facilities, a medical unit containing examination rooms, and a dental suite. There's also a separate wing dedicated to educational programs, as well as a library that aims to provide inmates with access to educational resources. Despite these amenities, the facility's reputation has been marred by reports of overcrowding, inadequate medical care, and poor living conditions. In 2021, the Bureau of Prisons closed the aging Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, further solidifying MDC Brooklyn's status as the only federal facility in the largest city in the nation. This transition has placed even more scrutiny on the conditions at MDC Brooklyn, as it now serves as the sole option for federal detainees in New York City.
The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is notorious for its appalling living conditions and rampant violence.
As the Bureau of Prisons continues its efforts to improve conditions, many hope that the reforms will lead to a safer and more humane environment for those held within its walls. The conditions at MDC Brooklyn paint a grim picture of life behind bars for Diddy. But the real concern is his safety with all the dangers inside. How vulnerable is a high-profile figure like him? What specific dangers might he face in such an environment? Let's explore these pressing concerns next. Sean Diddy Combs is currently being held at the MDC in Brooklyn, which has raised major concerns about his safety. His legal team has been quite vocal about the dangers present in the facility and the dangers he faces because of his fame. The MDC is known for its harsh environment, and many people describe it as Hell on Earth. This federal detention center has a long history of complaints and legal issues regarding its harsh conditions, making it a place where many fear for their safety. The reputation of the MDC for its harshness is well established.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs spent his first night behind bars inside a facility that is being called Hell on Earth.
Many inmates and their lawyers have reported frequent incidents of fights, misbehaviors, and even deaths. The environment is chaotic and dangerous with inadequate staffing, making it hard to maintain control and ensure safety. Diddy's lawyers argue that because he is a high-profile individual, he could easily become a target for misconduct or extortion from other inmates. They worry that he might be attacked or harmed while waiting for his trial, which adds to their concern about his well-being. The living conditions at MDC Brooklyn only worsen these safety concerns. Reports indicate that the facility suffers from severe overcrowding and sanitary conditions and a lack of basic necessities. Inmates often have very limited access to showers, exercise, and even medical care the food served. The facility has been described as inedible, contributing to an overall environment that feels neglected and deprived. Such poor conditions have led to many legal actions and public outcry, with some judges even refusing to send inmates to MDC due to how bad it is. Diddy's legal team has brought these issues to light in their efforts to secure his release on bail.
You have your bed with a 1.5-inch mattress, no pillow, and you also have a locker. So you have a basic 15 square feet. It is a horrible, horrible place.
They have stated that the conditions at MDC are unsuitable for someone awaiting trial and pose a serious risk to his safety and well-being. Despite their attempts to highlight these problems, Diddy remains in custody, often confined to his cell for up to 23 hours a day and under constant surveillance. His lawyers emphasize that the lack of adequate protection and the dangerous atmosphere at MDC make it extremely difficult for him to prepare his defense properly. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has acknowledged that MDC Brooklyn faces many challenges and has stated that they are trying to improve the situation. They have made efforts to add permanent correctional and medical staff and address the backlog of maintenance requests. They also aim to respond to concerns raised by judges regarding the facility conditions. However, these efforts have yet to result in meaningful improvements, and the ongoing problems at MDC continue to pose serious risks to the safety and well-being of all inmates, including those who are high-profile like Diddy. In a place where dangers and poor living conditions are rampant, the worry about Diddy's safety is very real. The fears expressed by his legal team highlight the serious concerns many have regarding the treatment of inmates in such facilities. As he remains in MDC, the hope is that the ongoing discussions about improving conditions will lead to safer environments for everyone involved.
Another attempt to get out on bail. The judge cited Diddy's history of violent temper and potential intimidation of witnesses as reasons for keeping him behind bars.
For Diddy's safety at MDC, you might be asking, what unique challenges do high-profile inmates like him face in such harsh environments? Could their fame make things even more complicated? Stay tuned to explore the experiences of other well-known figures who have shared similar fates. Sean Diddy Combs is currently one of several high-profile inmates detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center, or MDC, in Brooklyn, New York. Notable inmates in the past have included R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Their presence at MDC has sparked significant media attention and public interest, further complicating their already difficult situations. Kelly, the disgraced R&B singer, found himself at MDC while he was awaiting trial on serious charges of misconduct. His time at the center was filled with intense media coverage and numerous legal battles. This attention highlighted the difficulties that high-profile inmates often encountering trying to maintain their privacy and safety. Kelly's lawyers raised several concerns regarding his well-being and the overall conditions at MDC. Many detainees, including Kelly, have described the facility as harsh and unforgiving. They argue that such an environment poses serious risks to their safety and mental health. Ghislaine Maxwell, a former socialite and associate of the notorious Jeffrey Epstein, also spent time in the MDC. She was detained while awaiting trial for serious charges related to misconduct and conspiracy. Maxwell's situation drew renewed attention to the conditions inside the MDC. Her legal team claimed that she faced inhumane treatment, including constant surveillance, that contributed to her distress. The severity of the allegations against her, combined with her celebrity status, made her a target for both media scrutiny and possible dangers within the prison system. Another notable inmate currently held at MDC is Sam Bankman-Fried, a prominent figure in the cryptocurrency world. He is accused of fraud and various financial allegations, and his detention has caught the eyes of both the financial community and the general public. Bankman-Fried's case sheds light on the complexities faced by high-profile inmates as they navigate through the legal system while managing the pressures that come with their notoriety. The presence of such high-profile individuals at MDC illustrates the unique challenges they encounter within the prison system. Their fame can make them targets for misconduct, not just from fellow inmates, but sometimes from prison staff as well. This situation creates an environment where they must be particularly vigilant. Moreover, the extensive media coverage surrounding their cases can complicate their legal proceedings, as public perception often plays a significant role in high-profile trials. High-profile inmates like Diddy Combs face intense scrutiny both from the media and within the walls of prison. But what about the harsh realities of everyday life at MDC? How do these challenges escalate when safety and dignity are constantly at risk? Let's explore what life in fear truly looks like. In recent years, the situation has become even more alarming at Metropolitan Detention Center. In 2020, a man named Jamal Floyd died after being pepper sprayed by correction officers corrected. Serious concerns about the treatment of inmates. Just a month later, another inmate, Edwin Cordo, lost his life during an altercation. Cordero's lawyer expressed his outrage by describing MDC Brooklyn as an overcrowded, understaffed, and neglected federal jail that is hell on earth. This description paints a vivid picture of a facility where safety is not guaranteed and where the living conditions are inhumane. Cord's widow Ashley added her voice to the chorus of concern, sharing her own observations of the prison. She said the prison is disgusting. They have rats running through there and everything. No human being should be living like that. Her statements underline the severity of the environment, suggesting that the prison fails to provide basic human dignity and safety. In her experience, the MDC is a place where fear and despair thrive, making it hard for inmates to live with any sense of security. She also offered a piece of advice to another famous inmate, Diddy Combs, saying he should not trust anyone. This statement speaks volumes about the underlying culture of distrust that prevails in such institutions. For Diddy, who may find himself facing life behind bars, understanding the prison dynamics will be crucial. Shan Coles' fight to get released comes after he spent the night in federal lockup confinement. A former inmate mentioned that if Diddy is able to get on the good side of the guards and other prisoners, he might have a slightly better EXP experience. If the guards take a liking to Diddy, he will get extra food, extra time out of his cell.